So I really look at I love a challenge though, and I'm just so proud of every bit of it. We went through a whole roller coaster of the human experience, and I'm very proud.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
It's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her.
Blake Lively, a star famously protective of her private life, is now reportedly urging Justin Baldoni to bring their intensifying legal dispute to a close. According to insiders, newly surfaced evidence has cast the situation in a far more complicated light, prompting Lively to reevaluate her entire position. What once appeared to be a straightforward battle has evolved into something far more precarious. This is no longer about media headlines. It's described as a sincere appeal for resolution from someone feeling increasingly boxed in by unexpected developments. The road ahead, once seemingly clear, has become uncertain, placing her at a pivotal crossroads where every decision carries enormous consequences for both her career and her carefully curated public image. Sources suggest the legal dynamics have shifted dramatically, and Lively simply wants the ordeal to end, whatever that may require. It's a surprising turn for someone who has never been known to retreat from conflict.
Maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent. They were both on the line, which means it's something serious.
Right.
Either you got the job or there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like,
the actress, long accustomed to life under the spotlight, is reportedly nearing her breaking point as relentless media scrutiny and mounting personal strain take their toll. Insiders claim the prolonged legal battle has deeply affected her emotional well-being, leaving her mentally fatigued and overwhelmed by constant speculation and courtroom maneuvering. This is no minor disagreement. It has become an exhausting war of endurance. Even Lively's trademark composure appears to be faltering under the pressure. She is said to be weary of the public glare and eager to restore a sense of stability to her life. Now, Blake Lively is allegedly exploring pathways toward reconciliation, even if it requires yielding on issues she once considered non-negotiable. This strategic pivot is reportedly driven by newly uncovered evidence that has significantly reshaped the case's landscape. Far from signaling weakness, the shift is described as a calculated move fueled by necessity and a deep desire to end the suffocating scrutiny. Though the details of any potential concessions remain confidential, the message is clear. She may be willing to compromise to escape the escalating legal storm. The magnitude of the stakes underscores how seriously she is reassessing her position. The pressing question is whether Justin Baldoni will accept a settlement or push forward toward a full trial. Sources remain divided. Some suggest he may be open to resolution, aware of the mutual damage a prolonged fight could cause. Others believe the situation is far more complex, with Baldoni holding considerable leverage. His ultimate decision could shape the next and potentially most explosive chapter of this dispute. His motivations, whether tied to personal vindication or broader reputational concerns, remain uncertain, adding further intrigue to the unfolding saga. Whispers behind the scenes suggest this conflict may extend beyond legal arguments alone. There are hints of deeper personal undertones between Lively and Baldoni, suggesting a more layered dynamic than previously understood. If true, this revelation could dramatically reframe public perception, transforming what appeared to be a legal confrontation into a far more personal drama. Such complexity raises new questions about the emotional currents influencing both sides. Adding to the momentum for settlement is reported pressure from Lively's inner circle. Close confidants are said to be urging her to prioritize her well-being and step away from the exhausting public battle. Recognizing the emotional strain and reputational risks, those closest to her reportedly favor an amicable conclusion. This combination of internal counsel and emerging evidence appears to be driving her renewed interest in peace. The newly surfaced evidence has allegedly shifted the foundation of the case, casting Baldoni's role in a different light and complicating matters beyond initial expectations. The shock of these revelations is said to have triggered a complete strategic reassessment. What once seemed clear-cut has evolved into a maze of competing narratives. Whatever the specifics, the balance of power appears to have changed, creating a far more uncertain terrain. At this crucial juncture, Blake Lively must decide whether to continue fighting despite the personal toll or step back in pursuit of closure. The choice is not merely tactical, it is profoundly personal. The entertainment industry watches closely, aware that her decision could redefine her future. Despite her reported willingness to settle, insiders claim Justin Baldoni may not be prepared to retreat. He is said to be determined to see the case through, whether to defend his reputation or for reasons not yet publicly revealed. His steadfast stance complicates any swift resolution and raises the possibility of an extended confrontation. The broader public consequences loom large. Both Lively and Baldoni have built carefully managed careers, and how this lawsuit unfolds could permanently shape their reputations. Observers note that public opinion appears to be shifting, particularly as attorney Brian Friedman continues releasing materials that challenge Lively's initial claims. This evolving narrative has captivated audiences, muddying what once seemed straightforward and intensifying pressure on her. Amid the turmoil, Ryan Reynolds has remained notably silent. His decision not to publicly address the dispute has fueled speculation about his role behind the scenes. Some believe he may eventually intervene to help secure a resolution, particularly given reports that an unfavorable outcome could carry serious financial implications for their shared ventures. The potential economic impact adds another urgent dimension to the case. Both Lively and Reynolds have cultivated public images rooted in wit, warmth, and philanthropy, qualities that now contrast sharply with the ongoing legal drama. A prolonged public trial could strain the brands they have spent years building. The risk extends beyond courtroom arguments. It threatens the stability of their professional identities. There is also growing concern about long-term repercussions for Lively's career. Hollywood is known for its caution, and prolonged legal entanglements can make studios hesitant. Industry insiders warn that continued controversy could affect casting decisions and diminish focus on her artistic achievements. If Friedman substantiates his claims with compelling evidence, the repercussions for Lively could be severe. Each revelation that resonates with the public or persuades insiders could weaken her standing. Yet legal experts caution that courtroom battles are inherently unpredictable. Early procedural victories do not guarantee ultimate success. Judges and juries often interpret evidence in unexpected ways, and overconfidence can prove costly. Meanwhile, Baldoni appears to hold a strategic advantage. He has secured the ability to speak publicly about the case and is reportedly prepared to use that platform assertively. His proactive narrative control contrasts with Lively's more defensive posture, potentially shaping public perception in his favor. Lively, on the other hand, faces mounting challenges. Efforts to limit Friedman's tactics have reportedly been denied, and she may undergo questioning without influence over the process. With a trial date set for March 2026, the drawn-out timeline ensures months, if not years, of continued legal maneuvering. Observers anticipate further twists before any final resolution. For both parties, the consequences are profound. A loss could carry financial strain and reputational damage. While early rulings may provide momentum for one side, the ultimate outcome remains uncertain. The coming months will be decisive, with every legal move and public statement scrutinized. Ultimately, the central question remains, will cooler heads prevail, leading to a negotiated settlement, or will this conflict escalate into a full-scale public trial? The path forward is fraught with personal and professional risks. Whether it concludes quietly through compromise or unfolds in a dramatic courtroom showdown, the outcome will leave a lasting imprint on both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. The world continues to watch closely.